Uh, Ever wondered who's really pulling the strings in James Bond's world? Uh, it's not always a rogue nation or a power-hungry dictator. Uh, Often it's a shadowy organization known as SPECTRE. For decades, this clandestine group has operated in the shadows, influencing global events and providing Bond with some of his most challenging adversaries. Let's dive into the history of SPECTRE, its complex origins, and its surprising comeback to the big screen. Created by Ian Fleming, SPECTRE stands for Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, and Extortion. It's essentially a global syndicate of criminals, a network of skilled and ambitious masterminds with no allegiance beyond their own gain. But how did this organization come to be? In the early novels, SPECTRE was a relatively small operation. However, the films dramatically expanded its reach, uh, depicting a global network with bases and agents everywhere. The organization is led by Ernst Stavro Blofeld, the recurring villain of the Bond franchise, portrayed by multiple actors over the years. SPECTRE first appeared in the novel Thunderball, but its cinematic debut came in Dr. Noah part. Before SPECTRE, the villainous organization of choice was SMERSH, a Soviet counterintelligence agency. Fleming, anticipating the end of the Cold War, wanted a villain that wasn't tied to any specific nation, creating SPECTRE as a truly independent threat. Within SPECTRE, Blofeld is known as number one. Beneath him is a hierarchy of numbered agents, with Emilio Largo, number two, poised to take control should anything happen to Blofeld. The organization has a cabinet of 21 members, each top criminal in their field operating with cold efficiency and ruthless ambition. Modern Bond fans are most familiar with SPECTRE, as depicted in the Daniel Craig films, and it's SPECTRE, and finally revealed that this organization's full scope, showing how it had been manipulating events behind the scenes of previous Craig films. Quantum, the organization from Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, was revealed to be a subsidiary of SPECTRE. The revelation that Blofeld is actually James Bond's foster brother, Franz Oberhauser, adds a deeply personal layer to their rivalry. This familial connection intensifies their conflict, leading to several near-fatal encounters and a complex dynamic of betrayal and resentment. In No Time to Die, SPECTRE resurfaces, seeking to acquire Project Heracles, a dangerous DNA-targeted bioweapon, which did. However, the organization meets its ultimate downfall when the weapon is re-engineered to target all SPECTRE members, effectively wiping them out. But SPECTRE's journey to the screen wasn't always smooth. And for decades, the organization was absent from Bond films due to a complex legal battle. It all started with the novel Thunderball. Fleming collaborated with producer Kevin McClory and screenwriter Jack Whittingham on a screenplay, but disagreements over ownership led to a lengthy court case. McClory won the case, granting him the rights to film adaptations of Thunderball, and the use of SPECTRE. This resulted in the non-canon film Never Say Never Again, starring Sean Connery, and a prolonged absence of Spectre from the official Eon Productions Bond films. Thankfully, in 2013, MGM and the McClory estate reached an agreement returning full copyright of Spectre to the studio. Now, under the ownership of Amazon, the future of Spectre in the Bond franchise remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: this shadowy organization has left an indelible mark on the world of espionage and continues to fascinate audiences worldwide. Speaking of shadowy organizations, did you know that Spectre's budget for world domination is probably higher than my grocery bill? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,